and we'll probably hit with a 26.
Yeah.
That is force damage, so I don't get the extra from the mantle, but that will be um, 9 points of force damage and an additional 10 radiant from Abrashmina's radiant soul being activated. So
Nice.
19 damage all up.
Yeah.
And then um, she was wanting to cast some buffs on Makud and Bryn before things started to go tits up, and now not knowing like the best way of helping Makud, she is going to uh, attempt to banish the purple worm, and hopefully it Makud will stay.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that will work this way, but I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping she'll banish just the worm and Makud will just pop out of his tummy. That's I charisma saving throw, please.
Jesus. Okay.
I
DC
don't know if this
18.
counts as being like worn or carried by the beast.
I mean, you could say that
Technically,
Makud
you're
gets his own
you're just
saving throw.
grappled. You're just grappled, I think.
Well, he's restrained as well. He's not actually considered
Yeah.
grappled. Um.
But he's not like, worn or carried by the creature. I don't think.
Well, but I
I mean,
think
he's inside the creature. If I were the DM, I would absolutely send Makud to
Oh
some other
no!
so.
Or
Would
give
I
Makud
know-
a saving
The
throw.
swallowed creature is also banished. It is treated the same as the banished creature and also incapacitated. It isn't affected by the incapacity. If it isn't affected, or it isn't affected if it can fight its way out.
Okay.
But it is just in the demi-plane along with the banished creature.
Okay. I guess
Comes
we're-
back a minute later.
Okay, hold on. Would I know this?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Have you ever cast a spell before?
Banishment? Yes. I did in the preacher fight.
Make me a wisdom saving throw. A wisdom check. Or arcana. Up to you.
I'm going to use my inspiration from the recap.
Because yeah, I think if you think about it, like if I was banished, I would assume the food in my stomach would come with me.
True. Okay. Is that a save or a check?
Check.
Check. 12.
No.
I'm sorry, Dan. I was trying to be creative.
It's okay. Does
So,
it fail its test or does it have
did it-
legendaries?
Oh yeah, it rolled a 6.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I was
So,
just
yeah,
saving that little fact.
Abrashmina holds up her hands in an attempt to banish the creature, hoping that it will save Makud, and then, like, it disappears, and Makud is gone too, and this, like, wide, white eyes.
Brashmina, what have you done?
I tried to banish it.
Is he coming back?
He will come back in about a minute. Do something quickly if you're going to
Can
do
you
something.
summon it back?
Yes, I can bring it back if I stop concentrating on the spell, but take use of this time.
I'm
is all
going
I'm
to try
trying
to
to
get
say.
it to. I'm going to try to get it to regurgitate in the same way I got the snake to regurgitate you. But
All right,
I only have
all right.
one shot, so everyone, ready yourself and.
Can someone like look at this? And
Oh.
she's like got her hand over like where.
Yeah.
You can take this moment to heal.
Yeah. The Abrashmina is going to heal Brynhild.
You
from
just
the
used
staff.
your action to cast banishment.
Okay. Well, it's
Next
banished.
round. Yeah.
Next round.
Well, if it's next round, then Makud's going to be taking damage, so we're keeping track of this.
Oh, I see.
Declan's gonna take a moment to if it's my turn, Declan's gonna take a moment
it's your turn.
affix since he has the spare time, affix his last dust of sneezing and choking bead to a crossbow bolt, so that hopefully I can try to get a sneak attack and have the choking effect as a rider.
Okay.
So that's what he's doing. If you want me to make a check, I can do that.
No, you can just do that now.
Okay. Cool.
Makood.
And then I'll take a ready action if I have it. And
For
yeah,
sure.
you get it.
For sure.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah.
Do I
Oh,
get
no,
to attack back?
It is your turn. You can attack.
Don't get thrown up.
If you do 30 more damage, you get thrown up. The creature.
So you
I
would
mean,
probably say
Maku's
no
not gonna
idea,
go. Like
right?
Maku has no idea where
Okay.
they've gone.
So I will
Like,
say
I
I will say this because I'm not pure evil. Because the worm's natural plane is here.
It's in a pocket
It's
plane.
in a pocket
Oh,
plane,
yeah.
and the pocket
Yeah.
plane will disappear when it comes back. So
Okay.
Okay, it's just
Makood will
versus
also be
thing.
thrown
Makood just
back.
blinks out of existence.
I just imagine that Makood coming back like one round later, and he's just standing on the corpse of this thing. Go on, Makood.
So I'm restrained, so I'm at disadvantage, right?
Yes.
But I would be recklessly inside this creature at this point to draw even.
I don't think you have disadvantage if you're restrained. Your speed is 0. That's it, right?
And
No, that's grapple.
He's also
Restrained
blinded.
is different.
He's also blinded.
I'm also blinded.
Okay.
But as long as I put one advantage, as in recklessing, it doesn't matter, it evens out. Which means I get to keep this crit that I just rolled, and this 15, that's 11.
I'm just imagining
26.
Makood in this, like, you know how you ring a bell and like the inside bit just clangs off both sides? That's what Makood's doing with his hammer, just like left and right. Hitting
Yes,
both sides.
basically. I was going to ask in a previous round, like, I know my hammer has to kind of touch the floor to do some of my magic, but I was interested in summoning lava inside this creature or an earth elemental, but I can't touch the floor.
Yeah.
And we've been through that before. Right, so crits. Let me do the normal one first, because that won't be over 30. 18 from the normal hit?
This is damage, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, they both hit. Like the other one was
Sure.
like 26.
It
to
is
hit.
total damage in a round, by the way, so you'll be fine.
Okay, cool. And then the crit. Do you want me to roll? What we're doing? Doubling dice, doubling.
It's up to you. Double
That's
dice
okay.
or roll and double.
Oh, that was good. 22 plus the 10 modifier for 32.
Nice.
32 and 18. So he probably comes sliding out, and as he's going, he's like wailing. on
Yeah,
it
so
from
this
the
thing
inside.
just like its body convulses and it just hawks and then throws you up and you just land in nothing. Everywhere around you is just blackness. But there is like somehow a kind of ground beneath you. Like there is a plane, but it is featureless and it doesn't feel like anything. It feels like standing on glass. And you stand up and this thing is right in front of you. Bryn.
He kind of like looks around at like, huh? And then like looks up to the creature, probably also quite confused.
Yeah.
And he's standing off. Epic art moment.
For all of our fans to draw. Bryn is going to cast Healing Word upon herself at like 4th level. And she's gonna heal. I'll roll that up. For 14 healing. And you're just gonna ready attacks when the worm appears?
Sure. Is that your turn then?
Yeah.
All right, purple worm. Makood.
Really?
28 and a more than 28.
Sure. I would say. Remember,
31.
I'm reckless, but it doesn't really.
Oh,
need
okay. It does to
doesn't
me.
really need the help.
No crits. Okay. So, for the bite.
Oh shit! I crit. Sorry. I should have rolled an extra dice. Add another 5 damage on, so that was 37.
you kill
and
it.
Crit. Oh, what a shame.
No one was there to watch.
Guys.
So, you see the worm snap down at you, the only person in sight. You take 22 piercing damage from the first attack, and dexterity saving throw.
No one's gonna know that he broke out.
Yeah.
And
Although
no one's gonna believe him.
I'm gonna say, if it was a smart creature, it would have sequenced its turn better because it can't sting you
Yeah.
if you're inside it. But oh well, that's my bad.
I rolled a 13 again, so
Fuck.
Even
he
with
gets
advantage?
fucked.
Even with advantage?
Oh, do I want to stay out here? But thanks. 16 with advantage.
A 16 is fucking not enough. Damn it.
Okay. Yeah, I've been rolling poor on that. The first round was like a 5 and a 9 on with advantage.
Son of a bitch. It's very rare. Yeah, so you're swallowed up
I mean,
again.
it was very confused. Like,
Yeah.
some kind of hit.
Yeah, it tries to sting you through itself. Yeah, so you're swallowed and it just stings the air. On Coben and Kalash's turn, Coben will just ready an action. Kalashte is gonna.
It still phantasmal killered?
Well, no, that goes away.
I thought that's an ongoing effect.
Well,
Because it's a wisdom save at the end of each turn.
I thought it was concentration though.
Why wouldn't she still be concentrating on it?
Well, but it's on a different plane. You can't cast a spell on a creature in a different plane.
She cast it while it was on this plane.
Yeah, but she can't concentrate to keep up the. Yeah, it's not. It's gone.
Okay, fine.
That's stupid.
You're stupid. Don't call me stupid.
I'm not calling you stupid. I'm saying the idea that she can make a creature afraid that's not on the same plane is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Within his line, she's not within his line of sight, I guess.
Yeah. She's out of range.
Out of range.
So she will.
Yeah, I have the range 120 feet. Probably further than that.
She's going to scuttle up to Bryn in that horrible way she does. And she's going to cast Freedom of Movement on you, Bryn.
Sweet.
She would have cast it on Makud, but obvs. That's kind of a sore subject.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going to do. If Bakuda could have been like
Mina.
around.
I did ask for the buffs in the first round.
I
Before I
know.
got into it. But okay.
Mina.
I know, but I can't pop my wings and cast that spell at the same time. But I guess I should have waited on my wings. Anyways, I'm going to heal Bryn for 22 points of healings.
Now be smart
from
here because
cast
Makud is
spell.
greatly out damaging the purple worm at this point. So if you just leave him there.
I don't know that.
Well, I mean, you saw the two of the hit.
No, I didn't.
Well, you saw Makud hit it, and it hit Makud, so.
She's going to drop the concentration on the banishment spell.
So there is a loud crack, and the purple worm appears, but no Makud.
Yeah, she's going to hope that Makud is still inside, and Ramiel's going to strike out with his sword and roll a 16 again, so he's going to miss.
Yeah.
That dice going away.
No, I believe Bryn and Declan and Coben all had readied actions.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's do that then. Coben misses. 23, you say?
Yep.
Hits.
14 points of damage.
Whee!
Do I get both my attacks if I've held my...
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 28 on my sneak attack.
Give me a sec. Let's do Bryn first.
Yes, sir.
And that's
Nice.
another 28 and another 14 points of damage.
Nice. 28 hits. Dylan.
Ooh. 12. 22. 35 points of damage. And then it needs to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Which is probably going to pass.
Yeah. It's probably going to pass. Oh, yeah. 31. That's a natural 20.
Okay. But Makuda's out already, right?
No.
No,
It's
I got
swallowed
out.
him again.
It went back in, and then we came back on this plane. So.
I think yo-yoed inside the purple worm.
Since this thing's come back, it's looking much rougher than it was when it left. There's some like kind of parts of it that are bleeding, and you can see some like cracked scales. It looks like whatever's happening, it's not faring well. So, Declan, it is actually your go now.
Take another shot. This time without advantage because I didn't get to hide. Natural 1.
Oh, sorry, you took those at advantage. Those shouldn't have been at advantage. My apologies. It's
The
fine.
last attack?
Yeah, it's got blind sight and tremor sense.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's,
no
that's good to
problem.
know.
You would have hit anyway, I assume.
Do I get the sense that it knows where I am?
Hard to tell, but from what you know of
Rolling.
sandworms, they can tell when people are walking around them. So yeah, you could figure it out.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because we've been told to like lay down flat and not move whenever
Right.
sandworms are around. So
Got it.
I've got a plan, guys. Everybody's lay down.
Maku just lying
They're
in
gone.
the stomach. It burns.
I rolled a natural 1. I'm gonna. If I realize there's no point in hiding, I will not bother doing it. I will use my bonus action to insightful fighting.
Sure.
The word natural 20. Roll a deception check.
Boom. That's gonna be a -2.
Okay. I'm done.
Makood.
Makudo, carry on recklessly swinging back in this thing again.
Oh, I love it.
Two 15s plus 11s for 26 each.
Both hit.
Bernie. 20. Yeah, 23. I usually rolled reasonably. This one's also a good one. 13, 15, 20. So 23 and 25 damage.
Makood. Describe how you kill it from inside.
This time, Makud is like, I imagine he's, frantically shaking, like smashing this hammer side to side, or like probably like sticking the haft and like wrenching bits of flesh, and his horns are like digging in. It can't be the best thing to swallow. And I imagine he kind of gets wedged, and then there is like a cracking noise, and then like a burst as he like comes out the side of this creature. Absolutely like covered in it, and he looks up and goes, "Oh, you came back.
I
You
think
came
you are
out
the one who's
before, but
returned.
you were gone."
I'm very sorry, Makuda. I did not think that you would be banished along with the creature. I'm sorry.
You what? Banished?
I tried to banish you to another plane. To
Oh, the place that was as dark as this place. It
yes,
is all
I'm,
dark down here.
I'm sorry. I did not
What-
mean to.
Makud kind of like leans up, basically leans up against the bloated, smashed rib cage of this creature with his hammer just like covered in gore, and he's just like smiling, like, sorry about what? I killed it.
Or she kind of like takes a
We
breath.
will... Go ahead.
No, it just kind of takes a breath like of relief. Just kind of like, okay.
We were worried you would not return, Makud.
He kind of like, I imagine Declan is kind of slightly out of his eye line or something, and he puts the hammer down and with a squelch and like turns around and goes, I've told you, and he like taps his forehead like, I know everywhere we've been. I always find my way back.
It does seem that way. I'm glad you've returned nonetheless.
That was fun.
It
This
was.
thing didn't put up much of a fight, and he kind of just like smashes it in the side or something with a fist.
It was. Calathe kind of scuttles over. It was very fun. She like hits it with her staff like Makud.
Barely
Have you-
hurt at all.
Are you still looking a bit green?
A little bit, yeah.
You got healed.
I mean, that was a lot of damage in one go.
How much damage was it?
It was like 70 points in one go.
Oh Jesus!
Brynhild, why don't you rest for a few moments while I examine the carcass?
Check.
Oh, I'm so